All right, here's the answers to 7.1.1. First problem is exactly what we did in class today. This is key right here. $36 for every 4 hours. Okay? So the first thing I want to do is figure out how much he makes per hour. Because that's normally how people get paid, is per hour. All right? So if I do 36 divided by 4, and the 4 is from the 4 hours, 36 is how much money he makes. I can see he gets $9 per hour. So that's how much he makes per hour. So now I'm going to use this here, what I found, to figure out the problems. I wouldn't have to do that, but if I use the 36, then I'm going to have to take all those answers and divide it by 4 yet, because 36 is for every 4 hours. So first one, I should take 144, so that's how much money he earned, and I want to divide that by 9 because he makes $9 per hour. So if I divide that by 9, it'll take him 16 hours. And again, if you did that with the 36, you can do 144 divided by 36, and that gets you 4, but then you need to take that 4 and times it by 4 to get 16, because that was 4 hours of the 36, but that was already 4 hours, so 4 times 4 is 16. Number 2, same kind of thing, 22 divided by 9 will get you 24 and 2/3. Okay, if you did it, the decimal will be 24.6 repeating, but I know that is 2/3, and that's of an hour. Okay, and if you want to relate that to minutes, it'd be 24 hours and 40 minutes, because an hour is 60 minutes. If I divide 60 by 3, that's 20, and then times it by 2, which is 40 minutes. Last one, how could you describe his rate? Now this is describing a rate. This is a ratio. You should write it as a ratio for this last one here. Okay, I'll do that one over here. So what is his rate for 40 hours? So for 40 hours, first this has nothing to do with the ratio, but first I want to take 40 times 9 to figure out how much money he'll actually make in a 40-hour week. So he makes $3. Ooh, that'd be really bad. $300.60. So my ratio for this is he makes $360, and put my dollar sign there, for every, 40 hours. So he makes $360 for every 40 hours. The last one, same kind of thing, 7 hours, 7 times 9 is 63. This one would be $63 for every 7 hours. Okay, that is the first problem in review preview. Again, like I said, it was just basically a review problem from what we did in class. Next one, okay, ratio. This is important, 2 to 3. That is what you need. You need that for this whole problem. So, and again, read the words, men to women. Remember, the order of the words match the order of the numbers. So since it's men to women, the 2 is for the men, the 3 is for the women. So if you notice in the first problem here, they want women to men. They want it switched. So all you need to do is flip-flop the 2 numbers. Okay? Next one, what is the ratio of women to total? Well, I know women is 3. Total, I should be able to get by adding those 2 together, so it's 5. Next one, what percent of the college is men? So men, obviously, this isn't actually the answer, but men would be 2 to 5. Okay? So remember, a ratio is a fraction, so I can write that as 2/5 or 4/10, which is 40%. Last one, what fraction of the college is women? Well, right here, number 2 is my fraction, 3/5. Or if you want to make it easier, 6/10. And again, these two fractions here should add up to a whole. Because all we have in the class are boys and girls. Or men and women, I guess, in this case. Next problem. Review of multiplying fractions. I'm just going to go through the answers again. Remember, multiplying fractions, you literally multiply straight across. First one, you should get 6/10. Second one, you should get 32 out of 45. And the last one way down here, 3 out of 14. Okay, quick little review on multiplying fractions again. Next one. At the first time I saw this problem, I'm like, oh boy, what are they going to have us do? But it wasn't too bad. First part, Kip. Talking about Kip here, he grew from 42 3/4 to 48 3/4. All you got to do is figure out how much he grew. And it's really nice and easy because the fractions are the same exact fraction. So really all you need to think about is how do I get from 42 to 48? Well, I know I have to add 6. So he grew 6 inches that year. Quite a bit. Next one. It says Jordan was 40 and a half and he grew 5.5 inches. So you need to figure out how tall is he? Well, I know 40 plus 5 is 45, and a half plus a half is a whole. So 45 plus 1 will get me 46 inches. Lastly, who grew more? It did not say who's the tallest, it said who grew more. And in that case, Kip grew more because he grew 6 inches versus 5.5. So that is the answers to that problem. Last problem. 7-13, draw a rectangle that has an area of 22. So I'm just going to sketch a rectangle. You could have lots of answers, especially if you use fractions for the sides. I just did 2 and 11. For an area of 22 units squared. Then it says to find the perimeter. Well, 11 plus 11 plus 2 plus 2. Add all that together. 4, 5, 6, 26 units. Again, you can have lots of answers, especially if you used fractions for the sides, like 3.5. Okay, so those are the answers to preview 7.1.1.